How's it going, everyone? Hanging back a moment, letting YouTube get up. For some reason, Twitch is like insta like stream, while you gotta wait like a small moment there on YouTube. Oh man, today is going to be a hell of a day, let me tell you. I'm gonna be trying to do all kinds of stuff, and I am on a short schedule at that. Wouldn't you know it? Tumble's on a short schedule. Okay. Basically what I'm gonna dive into today is a little project we've been working on for a few days now, trying to get the Red Mage up to level 70. Last night we hit 54, so gonna be trying to work around in there a little bit, trying to get it to that next job quest. Obviously, I'll probably go ahead and pan that out first. Go grab some NGP, and then try to do as many dailies and beast run quests as possible tonight. It's just the Venu though. It's still not really worrying about the vault for now. But yeah, you can play out this next part of the story though, which I'm actually pretty excited. A lot of the story I don't even remember. I just remember references from Game of Thrones. And I've kind of been going out on a whim, trying to keep that in mind, that they will be coming along the way too, so. It just updated my status to away from keyboard. Let's change that. Go ahead and get this started with the Red Mage here. I have no idea where it's going to be. Do, actually, right above Camp Drawbone. I forgot, but now I remember. But yeah, I've actually got to work tomorrow. Unfortunately, usually I have the next day off after working a Wednesday and a Thursday. I have usually Friday, Saturday, and Sunday off, but now it may actually be changing it up to me working like every Friday. So there is that on the table, but it's more beneficial for me and Mull-off, so hopefully things go very well there. Hopefully. Really, the only thing I can do is just dive into it. So let's do it. Level 54 Red Mage job. This would be faster. Hopefully I can get everything done tonight. I really doubt it. Last night I had to kind of call it a little early. So it'll probably be about the same tonight. I hate to, but responsibilities and whatnot. I really hope he's over here. I can't really think of anywhere else I would have to go to meet him. Yeah, wait, he's not. Huh. Where'd he go, Choco? I don't remember. Can't be too far off. Was that him at the town? That was probably Leaves, wasn't it? Damn you. Yep, just Leaves. Okay. Just give me a second. And tomorrow, I didn't think I was going to, but I've kind of came to terms that I really want to. I'm going to be jumping back into Persona 5. I was going to wait. The plan was to actually, in Western Thanalan. Okay, the plan was to actually wait until I have another day off, but with me having to work tomorrow, hopefully I'm going to be getting off earlier so I can do some things, more real life stuff. I got to pay some bills. So, hopefully, I can get in there and do that Persona 5 stream tomorrow as well. If not, we'll pick up back on it on Saturday, but I'm definitely going to be trying my best to get what I can off. Horizon. I forgot we went to Vesper Bay. Forgot all about it. Kinda, anyway. Make sure it actually is in Vesper Bay before I go all the way over there. Yep, that's it right there. Tracking the Cabal. So, I was, I don't know, PAX East is coming up, right? And I obviously cannot go because of my job schedule, but I saw on there and actually shared it on the Twitter about how they're running a campaign there for people to kind of line up and defeat Byakko and, like, get a free t-shirt, and that is really awesome, but yet at the same time, it makes me wonder why they're still repping Byakko. Like, don't get me wrong, I mean, I know they did it with Susanoo last year, and Shinryu at the end of last year, but it's just weird to see Byakko up there. Like, I'm not seeing this difficulty that others are seeing with him. Maybe it's just me, but I don't know. The Sigma Scape stuff, now that, on the other hand, totally agree. That's hard stuff. Zrona awaits word of the Merchantman's destination. I've asked some friends of mine in the signs of the 7th Dawn to keep an eye out for that ship. We should know if the assassins seek to enter any of the major ports. Ah, my lost Nazian contact. This is Run, and they are still there. Excellent. Thank you. It seems the assassin merchantman has been spotted sailing into Aleport. Come, we've no time to lose. Okay, Aleport it is. Oh man, my goal really for this weekend is to actually try my best to hit level 60 with the Red Mage this weekend. That's kind of pushing it maybe, but hopefully I can maybe hit like a 55 tonight, get close to 56. Hopefully. My apologies for dragging you halfway across the realm, but I did promise you a journey. Now, as for the merchantman, I'm told it's anchored a short distance offshore. We need to know more about the connection between this ship and our foe. They may have simply paid for passage, but there's something about that vessel. I say we wander the port and see what gossip there is to be had. Okay. Oop. Out that way. What the monkey is that? You can't walk on that thing. Or get on top of this random building. Looks like they're inside. Yep. The merchantman, what just sailed in? I don't know buggery about it. Not even a bleeding name. All I know is her crew's about as lovely as a cabin full of corpses. It ain't natural. There's a rumor going round that the Yellow Jackets have taken an interest in their dealings, so I'd rather keep me distance any road. I'm finished answering at your questions. Now off with ye. You're the one that walked off. Yeah. You ever make random sounds when you jump on this game? Yeah. Oh, Mario. Nay, me lad. I've not much to tell about that ship. They say she's trading vessel. Oh, she's a trading vessel. What brings goods from Rads. Why did they say what instead of that? Is that just a pirate thing? You just say what? You just drop the T and put a W? But our crew's a sullen lot. Asking a friendly question about what they was hauling got me naught but a blank stares and silence. What's up, nervous navigator? That ship's not the trouble. You mark my words. I've mates that swear they've seen her pulling alongside Imperial vessels. Only the gods know what's hiding in that hold of hers. Could be weapons, could be prisoners. Just the bleeding sight of her makes my whiskers twitch. My bad. I was just looking at something there in the background here, making sure we're all good. I get kind of paranoid when I start paying attention to one of them. I should just mount up. Were you able to learn naught of interest? Oh, aught of interest. Strange crew. Mystery cargo. Ship's name unknown. I heard much the same. I'm beginning to think that our assassins used the vessel as a floating base with no permanent camp on land. It would certainly be easier to avoid the attention of the local forces, not to mention the curious adventurers. Also spoke with an acquaintance of the Yellow Jackets, and he confirmed the ship's official status as a trader to and from Rads out on. Even if the rumors of her dealings with the Garlean agents in open water are rough, as long as the merchantman appears to trade within the law. However, officials are reluctant to force their way on board and cause an incidental. They've yet to uncover enough evidence, it seems. Well, if a solid reason to investigate is lacking, then mayhap we should help them find one, eh? Let's have ourselves a look in some of their crates on the docks. Just a little innocent curiosity is all. Kirby, what's up? Attempting turn 5 with a friend. Sigmascape? Phantom train on normal, not so bad. Savage? Savage. But no less, I wish you all the luck, Kirby. Hopefully, you can get a clear in there. I've been peeking in the cargo here, but there's one box secured with a lock, smashing crates open. Maybe taking things a bit too far, I'm afraid. Oh, really? That's my second forte. Oh, not Sigma. Oh, the bonding coil of Bahamut. Right now it's painful. Did you actually try going in there unsynced? Me, Chris, Sam, and I can't remember who else was in our party. We all ran through it unsynced. Oh, well, I was still low level at the time. They were max level. But we got through it not too bad. I ran it the other day. Gosh, I guess it was about almost 2 weeks ago now. And it wasn't too bad either, unsynced. No, wait, we were synced, I remember, because I was going through, shit, was I with you? It was either you or Steven. The crate contains a cerulean tank of Imperial design. I hope not, but it might happen. Oh, I didn't know I had Recure, and I am happy about that. Get out of here, evil person. Well, that's pretty awesome. Chris, what's up? Yeah, unsynced, and you're doing it with one other person. Ah, it's just you two. Okay, I didn't know that. I can see where the difficulty's coming from now. 2 people in there. I'm not saying it's impossible, but I am saying that could get rough. Whew. So, Chris, how has your Thursday treated you? Did you have a good day? How did your investigations fare? I found a veritable bounty of military supplies, cerealium tanks, Imperial rations, and Imperial insignias on everything. The authorities will be most intrigued to hear this, I'll wager. What's that you have there? Haha, bulky key. For the box that you didn't want to smash. Well, well, dropped by one of the ship's crew members, you say. And I just so happen to have found a most inconveniently locked box. I shall go and relay our findings to the Yellow Jackets. I'm sure you'll think of some use for that key of yours. Hell yeah. You hear a faint groaning coming from inside the box. It's been a pretty good... Nice, glad to hear it. Yeah, I had a pretty good day myself. I do have to go back to work tomorrow, but... it's not all bad. It's actually a good thing. I get that training I've been talking about. What? Where am I? I was sleeping in a box? What an odd thing for me to do. Does a girl have a name? Ah, here's where they start. Game of Thrones references. This is gonna bother the shit out of me. Let me fix this really quick. That's a little bit better. I'm not gonna mess with it too much. Just kind of tone it down a little bit. Does a girl have a name? But hey, Chris, thanks for asking if I didn't say it. Arya! And there it is! More Game of Thrones references! Yes, that's it. That's my name. Or is it? It could be. It's a lovely name. Maybe. Well, I guess it will have to do for now. And what do I call you? I like Jim Bob, you know, but that's not my name. Don't call me Peter. I'm not okay with Peter. I mean, it's really not my name. You can call me Tombles. But she won't. Tonberry. I'll try to remember that. It isn't what I said. Thank you for letting me out. Well, you know. What happened here? Is Artemis? That chick was sleeping in a box, man. This lass was inside the box. I might suspect a stowaway, but it was more likely she was kidnapped. Well, yeah. The people who took you may be lurking nearby. We should probably put some distance. Skeet, skeet. Now, you needn't fear me, so, Tonberry, please say something reassuring, would you? He's gentle as a kitchen. Kitchen. Why the fuck did I say kitchen? Kitten. Is a kitchen actually gentle? I mean, that's gotta be a pretty savage place. I mean, I cook meat in there all the time. That's just, there's no way that's peaceful. And he's a powerful mage. Sounds scary as shit. He is. If you say so, Tonberry, then I suppose it must be true. Well, you seem to have made a new friend. Let's see about arranging some lodgings for now. And we can discuss where to go from here. So, did anybody else see that they were making a Spyro the Dragon, like remastering it? I say remaster, it's more of a full-on remake. They are adding so much to different levels. The graphics look insane. It's the same thing they did for Crash Bandicoot a while back, but Crash was cool. But I would have never bought it. It was definitely more of my brother's thing growing up. On the other hand, was a gigantic Spyro the Dragon fan, and we really haven't had much Spyro. We had a little bit on the PS2. They were kind of all spiffy, spoof. They flopped. All of them did. I hate to say it, they flopped. They had Elijah Wood and David Spade in there, and they put all the money into those two characters and the graphics. And that's not what those games were about, you know? It was just literally about going in there, finding little eggs or the dragons, and maybe headbutting your occasional goat or person stealing said egg. You know, that was basically, that's all you needed. And, you know, seeing that remake come in, it's so awesome. I know it's not Final Fantasy related, but I'm stoked. The poor girl was asleep within moments. This entire ordeal must have left her exhausted. As for the result of our efforts with the cargo, I suggest we continue this conversation outside. Let's do it. Obviously, he's talking about Arya, doesn't want her to hear. It's a little rude, but I presented our findings to the Yellow Jackets, and the evidence was indeed sufficiently damning to spark a full-scale investigation. Regretfully, it appears the assassin caught wind of the coming storm. A squad of soldiers was dispatched to the dock only to witness the merchantman sailing away with all hands on board. Not quite the outcome we had hoped for, but at the very least they'll no longer find a warm welcome in Eorzea ports. The other issue we face now is what to do with young Arya. Her breath carries a faint aroma that may account for her memory loss. I suspect she was subjected to a certain incense which was inhaled. Can cloud a person's mind. The next step was likely to brand her with one of those vile sigils and effect the permanent destruction of her free will. I was fortunate that you released her when you did. Arya remains muddled, but her condition should improve with time. And once her memories have returned, we can learn exactly who she is, and, just as importantly perhaps, the circumstances which led to her capture. And we'll do that at level 56. Good deal. Loved the Spyro games, but the PS1 was your favorite. I'll agree. That's what I'm so stoked about. See, it's the whole trilogy on PlayStation 1 that gets that remaster. Again, I'm just going to call it a remake. And, it looks so good. And I don't have a hard copy of it anywhere. I've actually, on my PlayStation 3, I bought Spyro 3. I'm not going to lie. This is about to sound sad, and you might even facepalm after I say it. I literally bought it just because that's the one where Spyro gets to go skateboarding. So... it's sad but true. Okay, gonna go ahead and get the duty finder started. Does anybody actually want to jump in on any of these roulettes today? I'm gonna travel to the Gold Sauce real quick to get my daily MGP, and then after that we'll get the leveling, trials, leveling, 50, 60, and then whatever else I could really pan out until we reach the end here of my streaming tonight. Again, you know, I've got to work tomorrow, so I got to dip out. But I totally agree, Chris. Like, the PlayStation 1 Spyro was where it was at. And see, we haven't had Spyro since, like, PS2. They've been doing this Skylander thing forever now, and I personally, I'm just not about it. I wasn't into the whole amiibo thing that, you know, was going around. The scanning a toy to get bonus content within a game and having to pay an obscene amount of money for this toy or figure, it was just, I didn't even like the concept at all. It's cool in a way, you know, if you think about it, you're like, oh shit, you know, that's like stuff you would see as a kid coming to life now. But then when you're an adult and you see how much all that crazy shit costs, you're like, I'm good. While I do this, it's gonna take me a while anyway. I'm gonna go ahead and get the leveling started, I think. Oh, trials, actually. You had a friend that collected all the amiibos. That's actually impressive. That had to be expensive. Yeah, I was the same way. I didn't care for it either. 3 each for some. Wow. That is definitely impressive. Like I said, the amount of money it had to cost is incredible to think about. But, hey, if he's got Cloud Strife, that is literally gold that he has. The Cloud Strife amiibo went from being like 20 bucks at your local game store to, like, there's people paying like 200 bucks for that thing now. So, pure gold. Just literally rest with Cloud Strife, and that one will be worth probably the sum that he spent by the end of it all alone. I mean, it'll be a while, you know. The people that are buying it for like 200 bucks now are just collectors, kind of doing their thing. But that's how it all really works out, though, you know. Like, those collectors, they pick and choose, trade and come along. Then circulation gets broke out. This old dude bought it like 5 years ago. Then he got married, had a kid, and then this kid wanted to play with it. He couldn't tell it no because his wife would get pissed. So it was like, yeah, you know, whatever. Then the kid ripped the head off, and he's like, yeah, well, that went down the fucking drain. And boom. All of a sudden, Cloud Strife's worth like $1,000 fucking dollars, which it's not right now. Don't follow me on that. None of that happened yet. Maybe, hopefully, but it could happen. He probably has that one. That's actually cool. I myself wish I would have bought it, even though I'm not into the amiibo thing. Could have never had any possible use for it ever. I'm just a figurine collectible for the Final Fantasy characters. I've spent way more, like, way too much money. I'll just say that. Way too much money on figures. Ooh, not bad, though. As long as this next one is over 100, they were all beneficial. 100, wow. 108 to be exact. I don't really have to, but I'm going to play one game of MGP just to have a better gain than what we've got. Like, literally every ticket just paid for itself, and I may have got 100 gain of MGP, so one game out on a limb, and I'll call it that, because I didn't have a loss at least, so no reason to really worry about it, and no reason to really grind out too much either. Yarg! No! Ah, there we go. Okay, did not mean to do that. One more, my bad. I was kind of at least hoping to get 100. Number 22 on the duty finder. It's actually not too bad. Hopefully it starts rolling out pretty quickly. Oh, whoa. Damn it. I hate when I do that, but I love to win, so I'm just gonna call it there. I had 150 gain on the out on a limb, and everything else kind of went into play decently. Let's go ahead and travel to Oxundu here. Maybe we can go ahead and get a little bit of this out of the way. Oh, this month. We're actually getting that Persona 5 anime, and I am super stoked. Holy shit, I just found one of these amiibo things for like fucking 12 bucks on dealsform.com. I got a little curious. Last time I saw it and looked it up, they were really expensive, but now it looks like they are super fucking cheap. Still, yeah, it's one to buy up on. I'm not even lying. Final Fantasy stuff, only because of the name behind it. It always gets jacked up in price. Like, I have a Sephiroth figure that I actually bought a while back. Yeah, you can actually get one off Amazon for like 30 bucks. But there's only one in stock by Nintendo. And there's apparently an Advent Children version, which I didn't know existed, which is also just 30 bucks, but they have plenty in stock. But still yet, you know, I definitely would, if you ever had the chance. I might even myself buy into it now that I found one cheaper. That was like 2 weeks ago, they were like 200. Super astonished to see that they're very cheap now. But I'm fighting demons right now. Currently, I'm not buying the Zack figure. Like, out of all my Final Fantasy VII figures, I've got Vincent, I've got Kadaj, I've got Reno, I've got Sephiroth, and I've got Barret. Those are like my 5 favorite characters off that game, not including Red 13, which I do want, but I'm probably not gonna get it, just because the figure's a lot smaller, and the price is the same. It kills me to know that I'm buying the same figure that one's, you know, literally 12-inch scale, very intricate and articulate, and then you got Red 13, who's, don't get me wrong, super badass in every single possible way there is, but he's like 6 inches, you know, long, and like 4 inches tall, and the same price as like one. I mean, come on, he was obviously made cheaper, sell him cheaper, but they won't. So I kind of refuse to buy that one unless I just find it dirt cheap one day. But I don't even want the best way to put this, most simply put, is I really want the upcoming Zack. The Zack figure looks so great. So great. Sanwa Samba. It's an easy one. And you know me, I'm just gonna blast through them. I've done them all. And it will probably be tomorrow now where we reach the end of that. Maybe the night after, maybe Sunday. Nah, it'll be about Saturday. We'll get to do that next little story quest here. Yeah, just give me the Sanua. We know. I just need the flying lizard so I can go. Do you think they're cold-blooded? Makes you wonder, huh? And everything is to the south, nothing up north. What is this? comb and get it. I actually gotta read the description on that. I don't exactly remember. Sanwa Samba, and bird watching. What do you gotta do on comb and get it? Gather wet straw from the South Oxandu Naki. Yeah, that's easy. Okay, let's move over to the Sanwa Samba, which is right there. It's insane to me how much some of those figures cost. Like the upcoming Odin being 300. Like you could literally buy this game, its expansions, and a year to play it cheaper than you can get an Odin figure. Like what the hell is that thing made of? Gold? Nope. PVC. Literally your water pops are made out of what this figure's made out of. And that thing's 300 bucks. But I was actually talking to a buddy earlier, and a collector's note, those are another one. It's like the Shiva. They only make limited stock of those. So it's literally going to double in price by the end of the year. Unless they massively produce it, which I don't know why they would, because they're not going to sell that many of those at 300 bucks. Sorry, Square Enix. It's not going to happen. Most people are going to think like me. It's like, yeah, Odin's cool, but, you know, I could literally buy other better things. Who is this? Perhaps a ghost of cowardly Gundu haunting a lost home. No, begone, ugly netherling. You asshole. You begone. Get out of here. I don't even want to read what you have to say. The other one should be, yep, right around the corner. They don't even switch these guys up. Stationary. You cannot shame warrior of Ark. You wait till you see my sun drop dance. Head booms like chief drum at great festival. Moonlight pierces all like warriors' sharpest spears. Chief's wand is powerful stuff. Sounds like it. You're talking gibberish. Get out of here. Damn children. Okay, this one should be pretty easy as well. Go here, and then end it with a little bit of here. Number 2 on the duty fonder. And there we go. I would hate to have this quest come up and not have done like all of the Ethernet currents. I'd be so mad. Didn't see no Vanu myself, but I've heard folks saying they were spotted down by Vor's Saint Saran. If you'd be sure, you'd do well to head out and take a look yourself. Camp Cloud Top. Let's do it. Oh, and there we go. Oh man, this should be easy. Almost got the gauges full. Did we get it? Oh man, I hope so. Deal. Gotta love those limit breaks. It's so weird how it went from like never using limit break to like always, every chance I get using limit break. It's not that I've ever had a problem with it, it's just I never actually would do it, you know? The Astrologian's Arm. And we'll give it to, let's go for random lasting nobody because they all left. I didn't get any either. It's hard to get him as DPS, though I've got a lot since I've played the Red Mage. Still yet. Isn't it cool that it's one of those things you can't take back? Like, once you gave it to somebody, it's there. I mean, I obviously don't see any reason why you'd ever want to take it back, but you know, the fact that the option isn't there is kind of cool. I really can't say much about the Vanu, I'm afraid. No, I tell a lot though. I did see them myself. One of the other knots mentioned seeing them at Vor Saint Cyran. Yep, so we've heard. Let's go ahead while we get all of this finished here. Get the leveling going. Where you at, other person? Nope, not there. Aha! Retremont. Oh, Rentremont. This is about the Vendu, is it? It is. And last 3. Oh. Yep, 3. Got quite the flood ahead of me. On the way back, we'll just get the other one. Gonna make a big circle. Yuna, hello! How are you, and how has your Thursday been for you, Yuna? Definitely glad that you could make it. That's not good. I'm doing good, Yuna. Thank you for asking. I've had quite a day. A good day, though. A good day. There is no sign of the Ventu here. Perhaps you have more luck from a different vantage. Maybe. Number 45 on the duty finder. Hopefully it doesn't take too long. No, get a little hideaway going down. Sketchy. Unchanging is still not air. Our battle with the Gundu is yet to start. Chief makes us wait and prepare, and wait yet more. How long would he have us delay? One last quest, and that is gathering this. So let's do it. Yeah, we'll go with the fat Moogle for now. Why not? all of this theme. Mira! Hello, Mira. How are you this evening? Oh, not landing there. There we go. What the hell? Oh man, it's gonna drag me all over the place. So, Mira, did you get anything accomplished today? Any cool stuff? I know you've been really trying to gear up that bar. Is that it? Not quite. Come and get it. You got the headpiece. Nice, Mira, and congrats. Put him on the wrong tune. Damn. The panda minion. Which one's the panda? Oh, whoa. Did you get that panda mount? Or is there an actual minion? If you got the mount, I am more jealous than words can ever describe. I'm fighting demons on that one, and you don't even understand the demons. I'm talking like straight, horrific, demonic demons. I want it so bad. You seek the comb for Gondu. Gunavanu happily gives combs, but first must ask to see what Netherling offers to trade your weakness. Water Alcampa. Flesh. Such succulent, juicy flesh. Tonight, Gunavanu's family eats like village chief. Please, take as many combs as you need. Generous. Thank you. And let's turn all of these in. I'm gonna be pretty quick about it. Oh shit. if I'm not mistaken, like I said, it won't be tomorrow, but the next day on Saturday. Yeah, looks like Saturday we'll actually get to the end of this. I would say tomorrow, but I'm literally going to be at that one point where I've got like 20 left to gain tomorrow. 20. Judo! What's up, Judo? You didn't get them out? Okay. I'm not as jealous, but I am still jealous, Mira. Okay, now that that's out of the way, I'm going to travel back to the Free Company house. I have a few things I actually need to sell. And we're going to finish waiting on this roulette here. Ugh, man. Q times today, let me tell you. Got a bomb again. Ugh. Because you put him on the wrong tune. I feel you there, Mira. I would be super sad. I would make sure though. You know, a lot of that stuff, is it like account wide or is it only character wide? Which is a bit of a bummer. But if it's account wide though, I mean, you know, you always have the incentive of, oops, knowing that it's on all of your accounts. But I mean, I don't really know myself. Give me just a quick second. I'm gonna grab a drink and use the restroom really quick. So, I want all of your honest opinion here. To anybody that's actually listened to them, has anybody actually given the promos just a go-around listen? What is your opinions on it? Oh, it's only single character stuff. Bummer, Mira. I can't wait to see more potential Ostrogalo stuff, but the promos, it was called the promos, you know. They're the band, the official Final Fantasy XIV band. Yoshi P and the rest of the crew in the Square Enix division of Final Fantasy XIV have been ripping them like crazy. I myself fondly gave them a gander, I guess you could say, a little listen to, and I myself wasn't that into the group, but Yoshi P is just like in super love with them right now. So I was just kind of curious on what everybody else's opinion was. It's just their sound to me that I think I'm just not into, or I'm not used to it really. I guess if I listen to more I might get into it, but it's one of those things. I don't know, it's just me. I'm super picky with music too. I'm that guy that will like super complain about the car ride if like the person you're riding with is only playing country music. I will be like a little kid in the store that didn't get what he wants. I promise, I am bad. We'll check her inventory and guild here in a minute. Oh, what? A party member has withdrawn. Damn it. Still number 1, which is good. They don't have anything at the moment. You like them? I mean, I wish I liked them a little bit more. They were not the people playing that, the theme back there. When I say the official Final Fantasy XIV band, they play like random music. I don't even know if half of it's in the game. A lot of it's just like random stuff. But I understand, you know, if you like it, that's actually good, you know? I wanted to hear that more people liked it, because me, I just felt unsure about it more than anything. Stasha. It's gonna be a little slow, but beneficial. Like all kinds of music. I'm just so picky. I wish I wasn't. Hip hop, I like, but I'm really picky with it. And kind of the same way when it comes to like certain types of rock. But country is, it's just a genre of music I cannot do. You love Japanese music? I mean, it's cool. Like I said a second ago, I'm actually glad to hear that people like it, because I myself, I was just like, ew, you know? So that's good. At least Yoshi P has a fan base that likes, you know, similar music and styles that he likes as well. I felt bad, almost guilty that I didn't like it. They're just almost jazzy, jammy, you know? And I'm not too big on jam bands myself. Just Jess, what's up? Is this Jessica? The full songs for anime? Like kind of like the Persona 5 music, Mira. I'm definitely into that as well. Persona 5, I love the soundtrack. It's almost too good. That is what you meant, yeah. I totally love me some Persona music. Like I said, that theme song is just where it's at. I cannot wait for the anime this month. I'm super stoked about it. Persona 5 anime, and it looks so good. There's a nice trailer on YouTube right now. Also, if you have Crunchyroll, you can watch it. Oh man, I'm so excited. Haven't even beaten the game yet, and I'm still excited to see the anime. I'd have to give him a listen to sometime, you know. I don't think I've ever actually heard anything about the artist. I don't think. I don't really know. Man, there are so many of these little things. I can't believe we haven't even fought a boss yet. From Final Fantasy X. I've definitely heard it then. Okay, sounds good. It's so quiet inside of this place. You going down, Captain Madison? So, speaking of Final Fantasy X, what is everybody's thoughts of us eventually getting Blitzball in Final Fantasy XIV? I'm just, like, so unsure about it. Like, I read in an interview that Yoshi P had 2 days ago how he was looking into implementing it a little bit further, but he's afraid that even jumping into it and adding it to the game, that it'll be something that people grind out at first and then instantly plateau. Which I can totally see, as much as I regretfully hate to admit. I mean, look at Ostrogalos right now, without just like, I don't know, if they implement it though, so it's like literally just a giant PvP blitzball, people will be all up on that. Just don't make people have to make like random teams to play with other people and then like have to like semi-sub-coach. Like, it would never work like that. You know, you would have to have your team versus their team. And I think that would honestly make playability a lot better. Maybe add a few extra areas, maybe a random Final Fantasy X shout-out cameo or reference. The only thing I'm afraid is just like the fact that there's a little bit of justice that has to be dealt upon all of that I think they would be capable of doing and pursuing in the long run, but it would just have to be so perfect. And the best possible way I could think of would be like how I was basically saying it, like, don't make people run multiple people on a team, just like your team versus a random opposing person's team, and it'd work out so much better. Meaning static teams, I would not be into that. Like, I wouldn't run it. I'd be like most people. If that was the case, to have a static group to run a blitzball thing. That just sounds lame, you know? Like having your own personal blitzball team versus somebody else's own personal blitzball team. It's more of a true ode to the Final Fantasy X game itself and cuts down on getting in the Ostrogalos experience where you're trying to run something but you're with parties that don't want to strategize. They just want to go in PvP, and it doesn't work with stuff like that. Like, it, regretfully hate to say it, it doesn't. Look at PvP now. Look at Ostrogalos now. PvP is still a little bit of a law. Ostrogalos, dead. And it's how they've implemented things. And most people want new maps, and that's going to help out a lot, but it's not ultimately going to bring everyone back. I mean, that's just a simple truth. Facebook groups will tell you. Most people hated that other people wouldn't strategize. They just wanted to run in there in PvP, and it's not the point. But I get you. I mean, to each their own of things, though. Like, some people would love the static groups, you know? Personally, I don't think it would work out and be a lasting thing. And sadly enough, that's what Yoshi P feels in the same sense. Not saying that he's on my side, because that one would be up in the air on how he really feels about it, but he's just afraid that if he implemented it now, that's what would happen. You know, a lot of people would jump in now, get their completions on whatever the mount may be, or minion, or both, or maybe there's a little gear involved that you can get as well, and then they'll never run it again, like in Ostrogalos. Like, that's the biggest issue, and I think they're kind of reflecting upon, like, the release of that and how it really kind of impacted things. But, I mean, we'll really see how it plays out ultimately in the end. It's something, if done right, I would definitely love to see implemented into the game and the series. And to Final Fantasy XIV, just been such a big Final Fantasy X fan. It's definitely up in my top 5s, I've said it multiple times. Whoa. I got a little ahead of myself. I love Rival Wings as well, Chris. It was just... I mean, look at it. Like I said, it's dead. Like, don't get me wrong. You can love it all you want, but it's dead. Like, I could literally jump in right now and literally, like, better yet, I saw a picture 2 days ago of somebody that maxed out the time limit on Ostrogalos. Literally maxed it out, like, ran the timer for the Party Finder all the way out, and it wouldn't go any further. That's a reality that you gotta face within all that. And I'm not saying it's bad. I'm saying its release is bad. I'm saying the dev team behind it is bad, and everything else about it is bad. Gameplay, awesome. A lot of fun. As long as you're with people who know what they're doing. Like, I said it was gonna happen while I was running Ostrogalos as soon as it released, and lo and behold, it happened. Dead. Nobody wants to run it because nobody wants to play it correctly. Chris, you were an angel in Ostrogalos, if I gotta say anything. You actually would go out and do stuff in the game that other people didn't. Like, you'd go gather cerulean tanks, and most people jumping in there, they just want to ride the mechs. Like, that's like the biggest thing. Everybody sees the mech, and they're like, oh, I want to get in that, and they don't think of, like, everything that went into play to get those. So see, like, people like you were so great to Ostrogalos, and I would love to see it jump back up so we could get back into it. But the majority ruined it for all of us. Not to mention, like I was saying a second ago, they literally did not implement any other maps, which would have helped out a lot. Honestly, but they didn't, which isn't the biggest issue, but would have definitely helped things out quite a bit, though. You know, keeping things fresh for players. Do you like healing? I never actually had the chance to heal, sadly. That's something I actually wanted to do in there, because healers in Ostrogalos are basically damn near gods. Super strong. They can heal themselves and everybody else around them. Healers definitely had the advantage in Ostrogalos, and I never got to experience that. As a healer, you know. Damn it, right when I get off. But it's all good. Only as a scholar or a bard. Oh yeah, it would be cool if they added it to front lines. I don't see it happening until they get a better fan base behind it, though. Like, the fan base alone, like, let's say out of our group here, the 30 members within the free company, literally half of us played it, and half of the people that played it, only half of them liked it. Professor, it's all yours. Because you stuck around and waited on it, you deserve it. You could randomly be AFK right now, but I don't know, so screw it. Ooh, got that player comp. But yeah, you know, I actually regret that I did not ever get that chance to go healer in Ostrogalos. But, you know, you never know. They are definitely going to be adding more levels, so who's to say I won't get the chance? I eagerly await that moment. Okay. That was leveling. I need to get the 50-60 done now. Probably going to be a kind of a long queue. Liked Rival Wings. Again, you know, I'm not saying anything bad about Rival Wings. I liked it too, but be that as it may, it's dead. Until they make more levels and give people more initiative. Like, they're gonna have to have another mount. Like, that, they have to. Like, literally all these groups I was telling you about on Facebook, most of the people that got the gorilla and dipped and said never a fucking again. If I had a better reference chart right now, just get on the Final Fantasy 14 Stormblood Facebook group and scroll till you see anything Ostrogalos ever, and it's only negativity. I'm not saying it's bad. Even I liked it, you know. Would still love to play it. I wish I could. But it's dead. Yeah. I mean, I don't even know how else to put that. I'm going to take a quick restroom break. More of a choco break. I'm going to take the restroom break while I'm at it, though. I'll be right back. I'll make it super quick. Don't worry. Less than a minute. I'll be right back. Chris, that is a curse. I always keep mine close by. I don't really ever have to wear them because contacts make everything in life easier. But old Zombles here always has the glasses nearby just in case, and I cannot wear those right now. Not to mention they're super dirty because it's been like 4 months since I've had these on my face. But glasses, they're not bad. I like my glasses when I actually wear them, which isn't very often at all. OMFG squad. Get laser surgery. Glasses are terrible. I mean, LASIK's not bad. I actually had a 90-year-old grandfather who got LASIK surgery, and he loves it. He had glasses for like 60 years. Got LASIK, and he acts like a little kid about it. Can't read the roulette you're doing. It's the 50-60. Take anything off that for a second. I wish I had a little bit more of something to do in these random times. Like, I could craft, I know, but... I need repairs. And that's something I could do. Sell some shit and repair some shit. Chris, if you want to hills on this, that'd be a blessing. But I'm not gonna make you, you know, I know how iffy things like this can get when on the duty finder. It could be slow. I just need that experience for the Red Mage. But, you know, if you really want to jump in here, that's cool. I'm number 37 on the duty finder, and we know how long that's gonna take. Need the party finder. Alright. Give me a second. Let me jump out of here first. Whoa. And it's up. I was kind of the same way, OMFG Squad. I actually got mine when I was a little younger. I was still in high school, but I'd went like 16 years of my life with never needing them. And then all of a sudden one day it was like, boom. And I was like, whoa. Go get a vision test, and I've got like, it's 1920. So, not perfect, not the best. Not incredibly terrible though. This should take too long. Wonder where we're gonna go. I've had Scala the last 2 days in a row. I don't mind it, but I would like something new. Although I've already had a vow, if I get ever the Weasel in this thing ever again, I'm obligated to give it to Mira at this point. Like, I really am. I love it so much, and I've loved having the little Weasel guy, but I still feel obligated to give it to Mira if I get it. You know, the thing that always bothered me about the whole LASIK eye surgery thing is the fact that, like, I noticed Chris said that he needed reading glasses at a younger age. Like, honestly, you would still need reading glasses 9 times out of 10 even after LASIK. Most people still have a pair of reading glasses to help them keep focus. And that just kind of bothers me, like the fact that you're going to spend like $2,000 plus and still need to wear glasses, and the whole reason you got it done was to get rid of said glasses. That part of the concept always like kind of, it just goes over my head, I guess you could say. Like, but you know, to each their own. There's going to be some people who really just don't mind. Like, you know, I said my grandfather, he's in his 90s, and he loves it. He thinks it's literally amazing. He doesn't read, so the reading glasses equation, it's not even up his, like, alley. That's not even an issue to him. The feeling on your nose, I feel you there. Mine isn't my nose. Like, my glasses were completely fitted to my face, but it's where did I put it? This thing right here. I don't know if you've ever had like I hate to even say this, but designer glasses. The arc that goes behind your ear is just made a little bit different. It's a little bit more sharp. That is what bothers me. Like 3 hours into wearing my glasses, and I just gotta take them off and just like rub the back of my ears for a moment. It'll get to me a little bit. I am being an asshole, and I'm not meaning to be. Used to it. I wish I could get used to it, Mira. My problem is I would never allow myself to get used to it, you know? Like, even now, no glasses. 9 times out of the 10, like, literally most of the time, I guess you could just say. So, yeah, 9 times out of 10, I would just prefer the contacts, you know? It's just so much easier that way for me. And I'm not constantly doing this, you know? That was always a thing I just couldn't stand having to do all the time, was just like constant pushing them back up onto my face. Because of my job, I'm always looking down. And when I was in school, you know, it's kind of the same thing. You're always looking down trying to study. So it just made it really difficult for me and kind of inconvenient. I don't really have a problem with glasses, though. Occasionally I'll wear them to certain outings. Just depends. Damn, our tank's actually doing good, and they don't know anything about this place. Oh, not what I meant to do. That's the only thing about that dual cast. Not much wiggle room on messing up. Is it bad that I'm glad it's Snowcloak? Like, I just know we'll get through here pretty quickly. getting there. %. We're almost there. So I've realized the truth within this game that I'm not sure all devs of Final Fantasy XIV have come to terms with. I know they've realized it. It's what's the nice? There's not really a nice way to put it. It's almost ignorant to not notice what has to be done. Eventually, players to content is going to start catching up, and they're going to have to start pumping a lot more out for players to keep playing. Luckily for somebody like me who likes to go through and play out the stories, I got a good grind ahead of me that I'm very comfortable with running through. But I'm not all players. There's some stuff that they've released that I'm not too fond of. Most of you know what it is, and most of the things that I'm not too fond of, what that certain thing may exactly be. Which isn't really the same as a lot of other people, but I read an article today that ripped Eureka a new one. That's where that comes from with me saying all that. I was actually surprised because I'm not the only one, you know, we kind of figured that out the other day. I'm not the only person in the world that doesn't care for Eureka. But the majority of the players actually don't care for Eureka, believe it or not. Like, it's the majority. Statistically proven today, most people that like it came from Final Fantasy XI, which I know isn't everybody. There's loads of people who just love it in general because they love a good grind. And, you know, it's definitely delivered for those people, but the majority of the gamers of Final Fantasy XIV don't like Eureka. Mainly because of how it was released, how it was teased for literally years, basically. More like a year and a half. And, like, what we got in the end. Though, like I said, you know, people who came from 11 are loving it right now. Apparently, there was a lot more similarities than what I'd even thought that 11 had. But, I mean, you know, I didn't play 11, so anything there is super vague with me. But I just thought it was crazy. If anybody's interested in the article, I can always leave it in a link on the Discord or something. But you lock it, but it hurts your odds. Eureka should be an embarrassment. It actually is right now, honestly. You don't even hear the devs ripping it for PAX East right now. Like, they're rooting for Byakko stuff. Which, again, like I said earlier, I know they did the same thing with Shinryu and Susanoo on their release. But at the time, they hadn't released something as big as what Eureka was supposed to be, and they're having to showcase Byakko instead of Eureka. It's not going good for Eureka right now. I myself, not into it really either, but like I said, there's loads of people that are, you know. We've had people even here within the stream community that love it to death, but it, realistically, point of view, it's like Ostrogalos. Actually, personally, I love Ostrogalos way more, so, but it is just surprising though, still yet. Still need to do Byakko. Hey, this weekend, I'll be running Byakko all weekend long. Somewhat starting tomorrow night. I've got Persona 5 to do tomorrow night. I've got work tomorrow. And I want to do Final Fantasy 14, so I may not get too many runs in tomorrow night. But Saturday and Sunday, Byakko is the main course, along with Sigmascape. Lower effort of any... Yeah, I mean, I guess so. I myself, I just couldn't get into it. I don't thrive on dying a million times and paying over excessive charges on trying to keep my gear repaired. I'm just not about it. I try to keep pretty vague on it, my real opinion on it, mainly because it's not so commonly shared. But for the most part, you know, just not into it. Something I was actually kind of excited to hear, even though I've not made it to floor 200 myself, I heard that they may be implementing more floors into Palace of the Dead, or at least something very similar to it with the same playstyle. And that made me super stoked because most people don't agree with me on this either, but I actually love Palace of the Dead. To me, that was something that was put together properly. They knew what they had, they knew what they were working with. They used the system that they had, and they used it to their advantage and kept replicating it for 200 floors, and people played it. And to me, that is amazing. I mean, everything about it, but, you know, you have those other people who disagree, think it's boring. Chris, you're a good teacher. Very specific, but yet not too overly descriptive. I love it. Vague, but to the point, I should say. Nice, Mira. That 99 clutch. I never have rolls like that. Never 99s. Mine's always something like... Ah! I meant to do my skedaddle haunt, but that shit didn't happen. Thank you for those clutch heals, Chris. Sorry for my, ignorance. I mean, I don't really want to say that. Mainly, I mean, I knew what to do. I just messed up. I get carried away. I need to start watching for that move. I didn't make it. But the Bard did. I really thought that would have killed him. Good dildo. Got the level 55. Woo! Give it to the Bard. Because that Bard did better than I did. And dip. Whoa. Never mind. I'm all good. I did the taunt deeps. No way. Nice. Alright, as much as I want to keep running things with the red mage, unfortunately at this point nothing's really beneficial. I mean, it can be, but it's going to be very, very small gains. And there's other stuff I actually want to do. So I'm gonna go ahead and halt the red mage here till tomorrow. We'll be running from 55 to 56 and probably most likely ending it up with the level 56 red mage job quest. But until then, I'm going to go ahead and switch over to... I think I'm going to go Summoner tonight. And just do my... Last night I did the level 70 because I needed a bit of a change. I think tonight I'm going to do the Expert. And if I've got enough time after that, I'll do the level 70. But tonight I really need to focus more on Mendacity. Last night I focused on Tombstones of Creation. So I think I'm going to go ahead and get that started. Give me a quick moment really quick though. There's no way I'm going to be able to do this. I'll be right back, sorry. Chris, before I start this up, I don't want to pressure you into the expert roulette. Do you actually want to join up? Riz! How are you tonight, Riz? Glad that you should join up with us. Did you have a good Thursday? Not to mention, some pretty good timing. About to get in on some 70 stuff. That hopefully plays out well. I'm actually gonna travel to Rogers Reach really quickly. Ooh, gonna try to actually sell some stuff really quickly, then travel to Rogers Reach. So, YouTube viewers, anybody that has a Twitch, Chris has been pretty awesome and jumped on it as soon as possible. And I hate to even ask in a way because I sound sad. But you should all hit up old Tumbles on Twitch. Not saying that you should ditch out the YouTube because, like I've said many times before, if I ever had to make the choice, I'm gonna stick to YouTube. I am. But streaming onto YouTube and Twitch, I am going to keep doing. But, you know, it wouldn't actually hurt to have a little bit of a following. I'm not asking people to choose Twitch over the YouTube because, again, like I just said, this is going to be my main focus. But it would definitely help out old Tombles and his numbers here if we had a few of you get over there and follow on the Twitch account as well. You'll do some 70 stuffs? Nice, Chris. It's actually a relief to hear. And I thank you, also, for actually being the first Twitch follower. I can't use the cool little updates I have within YouTube from Streamlabs. I wish I could. And I could if I went only Twitch alone, but YouTube being the main focus, it kind of seems pointless. I mean, further than that, I really wish I could do more, but you can't do both at the same time, sadly. But, you know, if you ever wanted to swing Tumbles a follow, it'd be pretty cool. But if not, you know, no shame in anything. I totally understand. I've got some random cards I need to go exchange for MGP. Also need to sell some random stuff. Badly. If we can do this in a timely fashion, Chris, I would totally love to do the 70 roulette as well. But if it's already after 10 o'clock server time, well, actually that's local time for me. If it goes within over the whole 10 o'clock up there, up there, my bad. I forget that I have it like switched around here. And there's just no way. Like, I really hate every time that I actually stay on here on the days that I work past that time. It's just because when I get off of here, I'm usually up for like an hour and a half. I'll watch like a tad bit of TV, I eat, I have to walk Choco another time. And if I stay on too late, I get really riled up. My adrenaline will keep going, and then I just cannot fall asleep. Not to mention on a day like today where I'm super nervous about tomorrow. I've mentioned it a lot. How I'll be training for a whole new job. Well, that starts tomorrow. And I've been nervous as fuck, like, all day. Like, I've had a good day, a really good day, but it's still the nervous feeling of starting training for that new job just has my gut just, like, in knots, you know? I don't know how to feel. I don't know the job that well. The shift that I've actually got to train on is a whole different shift of the one that I've been working on for years, so I don't know anybody that works there. Tumbles is nervous. Not really any other way to put it. I'm just nervous. I hope I worry for nothing, Rez. Thank you, though. Thank you for the good wishes. I'm hoping it goes well. And Mira, congrats on that tablet. I hope you enjoy it, no doubt. It wasn't fast enough. Thank you, Mira. Thank you. This job, it's not a hard job. It's just being in a new area of the workplace or around newer people. It's just got me in a nervous spot, you know, and I just don't really know how to feel about it. I'm definitely going to enjoy it in the long run, but it's a job that potentially takes 6 months to train to do, so... yeah. If that doesn't already say it, 6 months. And I don't even have the job. It's just training. June! How's it going, June? % on this guy. 4. Good deal. It's going right. Just came to saying hi. Well, I'm glad you did, June, no doubt. And I'm hoping that you've just had the great introduction to your weekend. Maybe the greatest. big exam coming up. Oof. Well, I hope it goes well for you, June, no doubt. Hopefully it goes really well for you. To the furnace. I have confidence in you, June. I think you'll pass. I believe in you. I really do. You'll kick those exams' ass. Whew. I was standing right in that mess. Sorry, Chris. That was my bad. At least we're moving through here pretty quickly. Got afraid there for a second. Thought I messed up. So is it bad that there's part of me that wishes the hoaxy April Fool's Final Fantasy XIV Go app was real? Don't get me wrong. Don't get me wrong. I know parts of it were silly, like the fishing. That was a bit much. Somewhat with the modding and the chopping down trees, but that wasn't so bad. Fishing's kind of where it really pushed it. But seeing some parts of it all, like implementing some of the crafting stuff into reality just by like going to different places in the world and reacting with like certain other people, maybe, like it sounded like a pretty cool system. The parts that didn't sound silly, I would have just liked to have seen it actually be implemented a little bit. But it is cool that they are actually doing one for the game itself. It's not the Go app, nor is it the same concept, but how, like, a lot of us have the Choco de Savel's free company that we're all in here for, basically the Tombal's following. It's pretty cool because we'll actually be able to, like, do free company chat outside of being within the game. Even though we all already have Discord at our disposal, it'll still be pretty cool to see it go into play. Whenever it is that it will actually happen. I wish it was a real June. I definitely do wish it would have been. Unfortunately, no. Just a big hoaxy trick from Square Enix they had to put out for April Fools. Unfortunately. Safe here. We are at 33% on health. Putting up the wall. %. Nice. You even went to Google Play Store that day. Ah, June. If only. It would have been nice. It would have been really awesome to actually see. But we are actually going to get a Final Fantasy 14 app. Yoshi P said it just 2 days ago in an interview that he did. So, like, you know, it won't be the Final Fantasy 14 Go, but it will be something pretty cool that we get in the end. Like I said, it'll be nice to get the one that's, like, kind of free company based. Did not get to gift anybody with one. Didn't get one in the end either, but totally understand. It's the DPS stuff. But no doubt, we'll get one. We will. It's not going to be the Go app where we're get our gathering up. That's the thing that really got me, that I actually liked the fact that it was something that you could gather outside of the game on your free time. That was golden to me, because, like, when I cannot be in this game, if I could just sit dormant, like maybe at work, and just like do a few little things here and there, and maybe get a, you know, just a quick little gathering experience on one of my characters here, like be it the maybe do a little quick cooking with the culinarian, or some gathering with the fishing or fisherman. You know, that would have been really awesome. Free company chat off stream is pretty cool as well too, though. But like I said, we've had Discord all this time. I don't know many free companies without that feature either, you know, so that's kind of up in the air in a bit. But yeah, maybe, you know, if like they could adjust things, so like maybe we could do like our daily perks every single day, like without having to actually log into that character. That'd be pretty cool as well. But you know, they're not going to do it as far as that, because they don't want people stop logging in. So it's going to be up in the air what the app we really do get in the end is going to be. But it's not, unfortunately, going to be the Go. I wish it was, but it isn't. And though I didn't reach the 10 o'clock limit, it is 9:55. I'm going to sell these cards, go back to the free company. I think I'm going to sadly go ahead and end it for the night. I hate to, but I don't need to push it. Like I said earlier, I'm training for a new job starting tomorrow, and I need to be as fresh as I can be for it. There's a lot I have to learn. But Chris, hey, thank you so much for jumping in and helping out with the Q-Toms tonight. That was sick. No doubt. It was the illness, as Sir Emmerich would say. But I'm definitely going to be back on here tomorrow. Got a lot of MGP just now. What am I on? I got to be up there now. 565,000. Nice. But yeah, I'll be back on tomorrow. Going to be able to play a lot longer tomorrow. But also, I'll be on some Persona 5 tomorrow before 14. So tomorrow will be a little bit weird. I'm going to be starting up about, let's say, an hour earlier than what I got on today. I'm going to do about 2 hours in Persona 5. And then try to finish out the rest of the day with a pretty long Final Fantasy 14 stream. Going to be trying to do some Byakko, leveling up the Red Mage Feather, and doing the level 56 job. Gonna be trying to do more Tombstones and Mendacity. But also, this weekend in general, I'm gonna be trying to do Sigmascape clears for myself. And I told a few people I would try to help do some Byakko normal clears if they can actually meet up with the same time criteria as I can. So that could be on the menu for us as well. We'll just really have to see how it all plays out. But hey, everybody, I do thank you all for jumping in here tonight. Everybody that joined in on the chat. And Chris, again, thank you so much for helping out with the Q-Toms running heals. You're a fantastic healer too, Chris, by the way. Your skills cannot be thanked enough. And in the end, like, I can never thank you enough, Chris. You are literally, like, I may be the body of this free company, but you are the yeah, you're the heart and the brain. I was going to say the circulatory system, but I couldn't say it, so the heart and the brain came out. But no doubt, definitely are a huge help every single chance that you can get, Chris, and I can never thank you enough for it. I really can't. And I do thank everybody actually for jumping in here tonight, everybody that got in on all the good stuff. We're not doing that, we're going to bed. And hopefully, again, you can catch me tomorrow. Like I said, I'm going to be having a pretty packed day full of stuff. I'm going to have to actually go to work, and still going to try to come home and do my 2 streams. So I'll definitely be tired by the end of it all. But everybody, thank you so much. Rez, glad that you can make it, and good night to you as well. Good night, June. Hopefully you have some great luck on those exams. Yuna, good night to you as well. And good night, Chris. I hope you definitely have a great night. I hope everybody does have a great night, and everybody still running in on some Final Fantasy 14 stuff. I hope all the luck to you as well. I hope you get the drops you want. Hopefully you get the good rolls, and hopefully you get all the juicy experience that you need in order to get up another extra level or two as well. But I'll start over. Rez, June, Yuna, Chris, thank you all so much. Mira, glad that you can make it. Hopefully you all just have a fantastic night ahead of you, and the weekend following up or coming up is going to be amazing as well. Definitely hope so. OMFG squad, glad that you could get in here tonight. Just Jess or Jessica if you prefer, glad that you could get in here. Judo, always appreciate that random lock that you always love to give me, which is super amazing every single time. Thank you, Judo. And Kirby, glad that you could jump in here as well. Anybody I may have missed along the way, I'm sorry. Hopefully you have a great night, every single one of you. And again, you know, feel free to follow me over on Twitch and help El Tumbles out here with some numbers. Subscribe here on YouTube, always nice. Hit the little dingy bell if you want when I'll be on here every single day. Also, feel free to hit up one of the random social medias. We got the Patreon out there for any support. But everybody, I'm out of here. I hope you have a great night. I don't have any music lined up in the background, so we'll end it with some Dragon Song. But until then, everyone, I can't wait to see you tomorrow. If you want to lurk around on the Discord, maybe have a random conversation, I'll be up for the next hour and a half. But until then, everybody, take it easy. Look forward to the things to come, because I do. And we all know Yoshi P's prepared some random stuff for us. April 14th, we're getting another live letter with some info. Choco here says good night. But I'm out of here, everyone. Take it easy. See you tomorrow, hopefully. But if not, maybe next time. Good night, everyone. Good night.